Bob, just go. Just go. Everyone wanted to hear from you last night. Man.
No one's dying.
The Tolos.
You guys go. I got nothing but positivity here in my star up, star downs.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
You guys go.
All right, let's let Bobby vent, and
Yeah.
then you give us all the star ups.
I got them all.
For the Cowboys. By the way, fan replay brought to you by Ciroc Vodka.
You want me to jump into star up, star down, or would you like me to start with a statement instead?
Statement.
Okay. You've got a decision to make. Like, you got to pick your scheme or your quarterback. Because the fact is, these two coupled together, it's not going to work. Quarterback in this scheme is not going to work. Now, I'm not telling you which one you have to pick. I have my own thoughts on it, but I'm just telling you, regardless, you got to pick one. You either need to commit to this scheme with a different quarterback, or you need to move the scheme out of here because it will not work. This
Why?
offense can't, because what you were seeing with Dak. Broada said it last night on the postgame show. This is not, even with all the interceptions in the past, this is a different quarterback right now than we've seen in the past. Like,
He's
somebody,
neutered.
it's not the same quarterback. He's not comfortable running this offense. You can see it. He's timid. He is. I think what it is Dak is playing at his best. Brian has always said Dak's at his best when he gets a little muddied, when he's kind of freelancing, when he feels the game, when he's taking some, like, that's when he plays his best. This entire system is about rigidity and here, and
precision.
this step here and this step here, and everything comes together, and that's not Dak's game. Like, when we think about some of the big plays Dak's made in his career, it's not based on that. It's, slide into avoid a rush, step up, throw the ball, or roll out, make something happen. And so I just think that this is, again, the analogy I've made is they started to hydroplane last year with the interceptions, and McCarthy slammed on the brakes instead of just letting his foot off the gas. If you let your foot off the gas, car settles back in the road. Instead, he slammed on the brakes, and the offense is in a tailspin now. And it's something where you've got to correct it. You've got to adjust. This is not just as simple as like, well, we got to go out there and execute better. Nope, this is not something right now that I think definitely your quarterback's not comfortable with. I think there are people on offense outside of just the quarterback who clearly don't look comfortable within this scheme right now.
I don't hear a whole lot of lies. I think he's right. It's clear Dak is not comfortable in this. It's clear he may be a bad fit for it. He also may be a bad fit as a quarterback in the NFL at this point. I'm kidding with you, Bobby. I'm kidding. He's still very good. This is not him. This is not a scheme for him. This is not the day also to back him. He was terrible yesterday. He was bad. He was a bottom half NFL quarterback yesterday.
That might be kind.
Second half especially. First half, I thought there were moments he like, I mean, that drive where they scored the touchdown, I thought you saw he was gutsy. I thought you saw he stood in that.
The Cooks throw was first half. That was awful.
And the first half, yeah.
That was a shot.
Yeah.
That's the type of little things. What?
I heard you talking about it on the way in. I haven't gone back and seen even a TV copy, obviously.
Yeah.
So the TV screens in there were all in real time. Like, they didn't have any delay like the other stadiums do. So I only saw that play once, and it was a little bit frantic. So I honestly can't tell you. That may have been really bad. I just didn't. We were looking for a replay. They didn't throw it up on the screen. I have no idea how bad a look that was.
So again, I just want to preface this by saying when you have these types of games against this type of opponent, you get super hyper focused on one play and one mistake because, as you said last week, that's what it was going to take in order to pull off this type of win. What happened that I saw with the Cooks overthrow, he rolled left out of the pocket, nobody was near him, and he just threw the ball out of bounds. Obviously, Cooks got behind Warner. He got behind the safety as well. And that was just, that's an opportunity you have to hit if you want to pull off that type of win on the road. And it was just an awful throw.
Yeah, it wasn't a good throw.
It's like you felt like there was going to be more pressure, and he threw it left out of bounds. But look, that was one play. I mean, he was bad all night. And look, the San Francisco defense is going to make you uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. They are.
So is their offense.
Yeah,
and their offense is going to make you uncomfortable as an offensive player as well, because you've got to score basically on every possession. That offense is, their offense puts pressure on your offense to keep up.
Every single moment of that football game was uphill for both sides. Uh-huh. When they were on offense, you're holding your breath like, oh my gosh, it's 3 seconds before Bosa gets there. Oh my gosh, as soon as someone catches it, they're going to get blown up and destroyed by Fred Warner or Greenlaw. When you're on the other side of the ball, you're holding your breath like, okay, are they going to be open by 6 or 7 yards? Wide. ass open receivers, wide open receivers, running up the gut against your interior run defense, just doing whatever they wanted throughout the entire night.
I can't imagine there are many games in NFL history that a team has won when they have as many first downs running the ball as the other team has first downs by penalty, which is what happened to the Cowboys last night. They picked up 3 first downs running the ball. The 49ers picked up 3 first downs by penalty. You got smoked. The Cowboys had 8 first downs in this game. The 49ers had 8 first downs at the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
Like, this was something where...
And here's the thing. I'm not writing this off to any type of fluke. If they played 10 times, I think the Cowboys would be 10 times in a row. I think the Cowboys would be lucky to win 2 of them.
Well, they're already 0-3.
It started off 0-3.
Yeah.
I mean, I texted you and Brian last Thursday night.
Oh, appreciate it.
Well, because I already know that you're going to be disinterested in it. You're going to roll your eyes when I send this text. So I sent it to Sean and Brian, which Sean ended up rolling his eyes anyway. Shouldn't have sent it to Sean.
Yeah,
but
thanks for inviting us to the Ranger game tomorrow.
I got invited. Yeah. I got invited.
I sent it to I sent it to you on Thursday night. I was like, after watching the 49ers this week, they're not beating them this Sunday and they're not beating them in January. Like it's so clear when you watch those two teams play that it's like, this is a team that's so above you right now. Everything had to be absolutely perfect. Brian said the worst, most sobering thing that happened last night was what Brian had said.
Did y'all record a podcast?
No, I was on the flight back. I listened to the I listened to the post-game show on the flight back. That's what I spent the entire flight back doing. The worst thing is that this is the worst offensive performance anybody's put on tape against the 49ers this year, and the 49ers have already played the Giants. And you put the worst offensive performance on tape. By far. Not even close. Everybody was bad. Dak was bad. Running game was bad. Offensive line was bad. Receivers were bad. Play caller was bad. Everything was bad about it. And that's just on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball was equally bad. The only 2 star-ups that are given out today
I got so many of them.
are Jonathan Hankins,
Yeah.
who came to play,
Don't have him.
and Jordan Lewis, who had a big 3rd and 2 pass breakup and had that just strip of Christian McCaffrey to...
Which felt like a miracle.
It
It's
did.
Like, oh my gosh, that's how bad it was. It's like, oh my gosh, just please give us some type of miracle break, and it happened there.
Jordan Lewis, Jonathan Hankins, those are the only star-ups I have in this entire game for individual players. Everything else after that was just, it's awful. It is genuinely up and down. We were sitting there trying to talk about it after the game. I was asking everybody on the beat. People have been there 10 years. People have been there 30 years. Just like, this is the worst loss since when? And we were just trying to come up with regular season losses that compare to this one.
Philly.
And I said, my first thought was Philly in 2017, where they lost by like 30 at home. And I remember the defensive backs coach for the Eagles coming down the tunnel at the end of the game, and he was looking at everybody, and he goes, "We made them quit today. Did you see that? We made them quit."
Woo!
And I remember thinking, like, this is bad. Even that was you didn't have Tyron and you didn't have Zeke. This was the entire offensive line was playing together for the first time. You had everybody back. There was no one missing. Everybody, I mean, you had Diggs missing, but you had everybody that you knew could possibly be with you was with you in this game. And you were as focused as apparently you've ever been. Everybody was as locked in as they could possibly be. And it was completely flat. This is... From talking to people yesterday, this is the closest you can come to a worse loss is when they lost to Philadelphia at the end of the 95 season, when Barry Switzer went for it on 4th and 1 twice.
08. You could do 08, 44-6 or whatever on the road.
That was pretty bad.
You win,
at the end of the year.
You win, you go to the playoffs.
That was pretty bad. This is a devastating. I don't know, and I heard Brad say it to you guys a little bit ago. I don't know how the locker room's going to quickly recover from this.
More on that at 6:40. I cannot wait to hear what you have conjured up for Star Up.
Another one of those underrated losses was Baltimore the week before Philly to close down Texas State. That was demoralizing. Oh, I got so many Star Ups, Sean.
All right.
Star Up, Mike McCarthy.
And by the way, at
Here we go.
At 6:40, we already had Brad Sham at 5:40, so might as well keep things wacky today. Cowboys or Rangers calls. Just, you need to vent. Y'all need to vent. We've done it already for an hour. Do whatever you want. Open phone lines. Rangers or Cowboys. 640-877-881-1053.
Star Up, Mike McCarthy. You didn't have to use any of your plays this week either. Okay, you were so far out of it by the end of the first quarter. You got to keep them all in the can.
No red zone problems.
You didn't have any red zone problems today, did you? Last night, you didn't use any of your plays. You got the whole sheet. That stupid sheet you carry around that you look like you're a Cheesecake Factory menu. You don't need to use any of them.
When Turpin caught that touchdown pass, Clarence Hill's a couple seats down from me. He says, not a red zone touchdown, though, y'all. Not a red zone touchdown.
Mike, it's the best day of your life. You got all your plays still. Star up to Jerry Jones.
Oh, this feels like a set.
He didn't talk yesterday, by the way. We get him first.
Great. That'll be real great.
I know. Star up, Jerry. You just saved $50 million on your quarterback. You don't have to pay him anything. Find a new one. This is fantastic. It's the best day of your life. Look at you. Look at you. You just saved all this money.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Here's the set.
Fantastic day.
Yeah.
Star up, Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico. This is the smartest you two have ever sounded. Play it, Peyton.
Ils ont recruté McCaffrey il y a quelques temps. Beaucoup d'éléments qui s'assemblent, Chris. Pourrait-il faire aussi bien que la deuxième moitié de la dernière saison?
Oui, je pense, et j'adore ce que Christian McCaffrey a fait avec cette équipe. On sait tout ce qu'il peut faire en tant que coureur, hein. Mais quand on le regarde de près dans ce jeu...
I don't know what you all said. It was the best thing you said all night. It's the best thing you said all night, either one of you.
Mike Tirico, friend of the show.
All right. Yeah, no, but Collinsworth.
Collinsworth sucks.
And finally, star up, San Francisco fans. Nobody got stabbed. Nobody in the entire place got stabbed. It was a fantastic day. It's one of the best days of my life.
Oh, man.
And a couple got engaged. You see that?
No.
A girl in a Cowboy jersey and a guy in a San Fran jersey. She took the big L in the game and then the big W with that ring.
Man.
What a day. What a fantastic day.
Performing every Saturday and Sunday at the Arlington Improv.